What's up everybody? Today I'm coming at you with a solo base that might just have it all. I'm going to dub this a solo base because of the manageable upkeep and build costs, but you could definitely fit a couple more people in here. Anyways, allow me to show you what makes this base so great. Seeing as this base is more than one story, I figured it'd be correct to do a tour. So you come in here and you have your window, you can peek out, look for door campers. Come through your second sheet metal door and you have some drop boxes and your usable honeycomb for furnaces. You can put something else in this square if you want, but I like the drop boxes. Up here, this will lead to your shooting floor. You've got a locker there so you can kit up as you go upstairs. And through this door here, you've got your bedroom. You get one bed, one locker. There's room to fit more beds up here on this third floor if you have more teammates, so don't worry about that. Got another locker in this room as you go outside. The peaks up here are admittedly basic, but the main function is just to kill a couple door campers if you find yourself in that situation. You can also drop down to the ground rather easily if you need to go loot in a hurry. Alright, now we'll go deeper into the main floor and explore the core. Through this next garage door, you've got your research table, 3 furnaces, and a ton more storage. You've also got your level 2 bench locked behind this window. Now we head deeper into the core. We've got some more small boxes just for some easy storage, and we've got our battery slot. And here's the new triangle roof bunker. It's held up by a twig floor. I've tested it. You can't really splash damage the twig floor through the wall. I'll show you right here. It doesn't matter where you hit between the wall and the roof, you just can't splash it. It's just impossible. So yeah, let me fly through the roof and we'll show you. It's held up by this twig foundation right here, and if it breaks, then so does the bunker. Once you place down the ladder behind it as well, you won't need to pick it up to reseal your bunker, as it doesn't block the building. But yeah, as far as the rest of the core goes, it's pretty simple. You've got a couple vending machines here for extra storage, a bunch of small boxes, and your level 3, your solo sleeping bag. And through this next garage door, we've just got a couple more large boxes, 2 more vending machines, and then behind the vending machines we have our TC. You can reach and open the TC through the vending machines, but you can't shoot explosives through it. The only way raiders can damage the TC without breaking the vending machines is to splash it with explosive ammo or rockets, I believe. The sad part for the raiders is that if they want your TC loot, then they have to destroy at least one of the vending machines as well. And those vending machines cost 10 rockets and 3 C4 to destroy with explosives, so GG. And this is what it looks like if you splash it with explosive ammo. Unless you can shoot the same exact pixel 30 times in a row with your AK, then this might take you a little bit. Alright, let's take a look at the stats for you sickos. The upkeep is going to be about 2.5k stone, 1.3k metal frags, and 33 high qual. That's only 3 stone nodes and 3 metal nodes per day to make your upkeep. The high qual can be obtained by recycling components. The build cost is going to be about 17k stone, 10k metal frags, and 446 high quality metal. Most of that high qual cost goes into your vending machines and workbenches anyway, so don't worry too much about that. It's a bit inflated. One last thing before we get into the build, this video's comment shoutout goes to Blanket, who says, "What do you call a cow with no legs?" I don't know, what could you possibly call? Oh shit. Now that you witnessed elite comedy for yourself, let's get into the build. Alright, so to start off this Rust solo base design, we're going to slap down a 2x1 and then add 2 triangles off the top. Next, upgrade them to stone like a real man. Then add some walls to protect the grease. Place your tool cupboard just along the left wall like I did, while making sure you have enough room to add a window frame later. Add 2 door frames to create your front airlock, although make sure you leave them as wood unlike I did, as we'll need to beat them out later. Place down whatever storage you can and then add a door frame right here. Your level 1 workbench can go in this corner. Then place your starter furnaces and your sleeping bag in the same room. Now your starter base is complete, go farm some stone to get ready for your next upgrade. Honeycomb just as I do here, and then add a square foundation because we're going to add a walk-up ramp. Next we're going to create a chute leading from the roof to your front door, so add a triangle foundation here and then 2 walls going up. This chute will now be your entrance. Seal it off by using 2 double door frames. Place a window frame here with a reinforced glass window. Also make sure to add a couple double doors so the wooden door frames are no longer your front door. If you don't have the ladder blueprint, you can use a furnace, a tuna can lamp, or even a shotgun trap as your boost up to get to your top floor. Once you're at this point, make sure you've saved up a little bit more stone and then go outside and start honeycombing your base. This Rust Solo base design uses lots of honeycomb. When honeycombing outside the drop down, make sure to include a half-height triangle floor inside the honeycomb, as we'll be using this to place the floor triangle that holds up our bunker later. When you're ready to build your second floor in full, go up to your shooting floor and start walling everything off. You can leave what's going to be your honeycomb open for now. Add some floor frames in both of these spots. They're about to be filled with garage doors. This part is completely up to you as you build, as you can put whatever you want inside these honeycomb slots. The way I'm about to show you is how I prefer to have it. But yeah, like I just said, totally up to you what you put in these slots. I like to put my furnaces on the long side of the 2x1, just like this. Also, don't place the window frames with the hard side facing in like I did. Place them with the hard side facing out. I think I fixed this later on in the video, but just a heads up. Now, you should be noticing that there's a hole in the roof at this point. Put a triangle floor frame there and add a ladder hatch. After that, you can place a locker in the corner and then cover it up with another window frame for more usable honeycomb. Also, just a casual reminder to make sure that you're always upgrading the floor right above your core to the highest build grade that you can afford as you progress through the wipe. It's also a good idea to make sure that the floor above your main living space is upgraded to metal. Now, to build your bed floor, go to the square that is touching the ladder hatch and then start building the walls as I do here. You won't need to upgrade these to anything higher than stone. I'm going to speed the video up a little bit as this floor is very self-explanatory, so I'll catch you when that's over. If you want to watch a little bit closer, just feel free to slow the video down. Just make sure you don't click off yet, as we still have to go over the bunker, and I believe that to be the bread and butter of this Rust Solo base design. For more durability, at some point during your wipe, make sure you replace these double doors with garage doors. At one point in the wipe, it made sense for the window to the right of these 2 garage doors to be uncovered, but now it doesn't make any sense because our bunker entrance is right next to it. So we're going to cover it up with some usable honeycomb and replace it with the battery pod. This is kind of a little fun fact for those of you who made it this far. You can place walls through reinforced glass windows if you jump. This is useful because it'll give you a little bit of cover when you're taking the windows off your base if you're trying to add usable honeycomb. Another fun fact, you can place a large battery perfectly inside a triangle through a window frame if you just jump and spam click. I'm also fairly certain that at this point you're going to be needing much more storage than you currently have down in your core, so go upstairs and place your boxes just like this. Once you have your boxes placed, it's safe to move all your bullshit loot that you don't need to keep behind a metal wall up here. Also, when you're placing down your research table up here, make sure that you place it first and then put the boxes down underneath it. It does not work the other way around. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, I think it's time for some much needed renovations to your core, aka the last thing I need to tell you about this Rust Solo base design before you do whatever the f you want with it. Alright, so we gotta get started on some much needed upgrades. Get rid of that furnace. Fuck that furnace. We're gonna upgrade everything in this little section in these 2 triangles to metal, and then everything behind this wooden door frame, which we should have gotten rid of long ago. Upgrade that to metal. Everything behind the workbench furnaces goes to metal. This is the final build grade, by the way. Don't forget those foundations, boys. We need those. This wall right here by the drop down, armored because the TC is right behind it, of course. Upgrade everything around the TC to armored and everything in this loot room. Also, the roof above your core should all be armored as well, okay? Even in the room here with your workbench, armored. Boom, right here, boom, armored. Don't forget your chute. You gotta make the chute out of metal, man. You gotta keep that metal because our roof bunker is gonna be metal as well. Alright, now we have to set up the bunker. We're gonna have a window frame right here, okay? We're gonna slap that bad boy down with the hard side facing the chute, not the core. Alright, and we're gonna be placing some small boxes in here just to make things a little easier on ourselves so we're not crouch jumping through the window every single time. I believe I used this little technique in my last building video, which you should check out if you didn't check it out already. Next, we're gonna be placing a ladder in our chute like this. It doesn't matter where you place it, you'll be able to build your bunker in every time without moving the ladder. Now it's time to rearrange some deployables. You don't need the furnaces or the level 1 bench. This double door is trash, so get rid of it. We'll be replacing them with better versions of the same thing. Get rid of this box because we need to place a window frame right here. Whip out that building plan and put that window frame down. Make sure the hard side is facing you. You don't want anyone soft siding into your TC. Also, make sure it's armored if that's not obvious enough. Next, we have to place the vending machines in front of our tool cupboard. It's a little tricky because if you get it wrong, you kind of fuck up your entire base design, so just bear with me. Just make sure the front left corner of the vending machine is touching the top left corner of the window frame and you're golden. Just don't place the second vending machine until you make sure that you can reach your TC through the corner of the first vending machine. When it comes time to place the second one, just place it basically touching and clipping through the first one and your TC is blocked off. Alright, and when we place our workbench, it goes exactly where the level 1 did, just into the left corner instead of up against the door frame. Alright, the rest of the video would essentially be taken up by box placement, but it's kind of pointless to do that. As long as you place the vending machines in front of your TC the right way, it doesn't really matter where you place the rest of the stuff. But for those of you who like to have your hand held, here's exactly what I would do. Alright, let's just take a quick look at how to seal your bunker. Just place down a floor triangle right there in your chute, and then take out a roof triangle and look to the right, and then just spam click and it'll place eventually. And then you can upgrade it to whatever build grade you want. I just like it to match the building blocks around it. So in this case I would do metal. Speaking of metal, make sure to add another layer of metal honeycomb right outside your chute, just so it's 16 rockets to access. But yeah, that's going to be it for this Rust solo base design, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.